Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to your CrossFit Frostbite no equipment at home workout for the day. We got a little bit of a shoulder burner for you today. So we're going to start with our muscle prep as we always do. I'll put it right here for you guys. We're going to run through 2 rounds of 10 rotator cuff preps. If you have little plates, you can go ahead and use those. Otherwise, just make sure you keep your shoulders down and back and run through all 10 of each of those. We'll have demo videos on here for you as well. I don't know why I'm telling you. You can see it. It's clearly right here. After that, you're going to do 10 forward hops and 10 lateral hops, just getting the ankles warm for some of the stuff that we've got going. And then after that, last but not least, is 5 cats and cows. Make sure we get that spinal flexion and extension. Take your time on doing this. A lot of for quality stuff today, a lot of endurance type stuff. So you're going to really want to make sure that you are nice and warm on that. If you're not caught up with that quite yet, not ready to hear the workout, go ahead and hit pause. Otherwise, here we go. We got a 2-parter for you guys for the day. Part 1 is going to be 3 rounds for quality. We're going to start with 2 minutes of jumping jacks. Now, you can either do jumping jacks, you can do this kind of crisscross. Really, this is meant to get your heart rate up for 2 minutes. If you live on a second floor, maybe you're at a hotel where you're not on the bottom floor, can't jump around, you can either do step back burpees, or you can just do burpees in general if you'd rather do burpees. Or if you do have the ability to get outside and want to run somewhere, it's going to take you about 2 minutes. Somewhere between a 400 meter, 800 meter run, or just set a clock for 2 minutes and then go for it after that. After your 2 minutes of jumping jacks or whatever endurance movement you choose to do, you're going to move on to 20 push-ups. So these types of push-ups, these are not meant to be real fast. If you break these up into 4 sets of 5, that's pretty ideal. So if you're kind of the crazy person who wants to wear a weight vest with this and make it a little bit harder, you absolutely can. Modifications for your 20 push-ups are push-ups from your knees. However you do this, make sure you keep your elbows in and head up in neutral as well. And do bring that chest all the way down to the ground or whatever your target is. If you want to put an ab mat or a towel or a pillow underneath your chest, 20. Really avoid using your hips to worm on this. If you want to use your feet from a knee push-up to kind of kip, that's better than doing a hip push-up because at least you're still using your arms and not using your lower back. And then after that, you're going to move on to 20 dips. You're going to need either a bench or a chair or a box for these. And again, it's a lot of the same qualities that we're looking for from the push-ups as what we're going to look for from the dips. Making sure you keep our elbows up, head nice and tall. And make sure when you guys go down and up, a couple things that we're looking for is making sure that our torso is staying upright. And I'm not getting my hips too far away from the bench, putting too much stress on that shoulder. And making sure we're reaching that full 90-degree range of motion. If you have your feet out farther away from you, that's going to make it a little bit easier. Make it a little bit harder for you. The closer your feet get, that's going to make it a little bit easier. It's kind of the same breakup on this. It's supposed to meant to be kind of 4 sets of 5 if you're crazy, maybe 2 sets of 10 or somewhere in there. This is a strength type setting. Once you guys are done with your 20 dips, you're back onto that same thing, the 2 minutes of your endurance, 20 push-ups, 20 dips for 2 more rounds for quality. Don't set a timer for this part of the workout for anything other than that 2 minutes of endurance. After that, you're going to take a break. The break is up to you. If you want it to be 1 minute, I wouldn't go longer than 5 minutes, but this is kind of a reset. Grab a drink, towel yourself off if you need to, and then we're going to get after our AMRAP for the day. So our AMRAP is going to be 7 minutes long. You're going to have a max rep movement in there. So every minute on the minute, starting with minute 0, you're going to start with 5 burpees. All right, this is going to be not too bad to start. However, when you guys are getting into this, every minute you're going to do 5 burpees. So that starts at minute 0. Make sure you're not going longer than 30 seconds doing these burpees. So if you need to cut that number back to 4, 3, 2, or 1, whatever is right for you, go ahead and do it. But after those 5 burpees, you're getting after as many ab mat sit-ups as you can. You don't necessarily need an ab mat, but if you have one, go ahead and use it. Make sure, again, full range of motion. Hands or shoulders touch down at the bottom of that sit-up. And make sure you keep your hips on the ground too. Don't do this roly-poly thing where I like to kind of roll around, use my hips. It's not quite as hard. If you guys don't have an ab mat or don't want to, again, that's fine. If for some reason ab mat sit-ups don't work for you, you can find some kind of other rectus abdominis. That's just me trying to sound smart. Or ab movement that is going to that you can hold for, again, or move for about 30 to 45 seconds after that. You guys are going to do 7 rounds for that. Your score on that is going to be how many sit-ups or whatever your ab movement is for the day. Your mobility for the day after that, you're already going to be on the ground after your ab mat sit-ups. So you can just roll over, and I would hit 1 minute of a seal stretch, making sure that you get those hips down into the ground, push that chest up, and then I would hit 1 minute on each side of this T stretch, this T chest stretch where I'm kind of going one side and then the other, opening up that chest from all those push-ups, and then this behind the head tricep stretch. You can do this either kneeling, sitting, or standing, doesn't matter, but make sure, don't put too much pressure onto that shoulder, but do pull that head back and make sure you get a full-on stretch, not just the tricep, but the lats as well. That's your workout for the day. Get after it, team. Have fun with it. Bye.